a couple lacking plays in the team play aspect, especially. Did have a really good 1v1 tower dive, but
Yeah.
they still need to bring it together as well. So both teams with the subs not successful on day one, but one of them has to be successful on day number 2 here, Phreak.
That's
as
true.
they go head-to-head, Yuumi off the table, Sona off the table. Interesting little change here from Echo Fox, banning away the Xayah from Bang. It has been one of his most played champions, and a little bit of comfort taken away. They want to push that bottom lane a little bit more and see what else he's got.
And wait to see what does come out at the end of it all, as they've got one funnel ban to push through.
I have to say, let's see, is it going to be another bottom lane focus ban like the Lux or Sivir or something like that we've seen Bang use? Or is it going to be one of these Sylas, Rise, break the flex pick solo laners?
Have to wait and see. I mean, there are a lot of champions open here. Instead, they are going to aim at the jungle a little bit, try to put a Trundle ban up against Amazing here, and find a priority jungler here for Rush.
All right, well, Echo Fox definitely want to run a tank then.
Yeah.
They're probably trying to protect a Sejuani, a Nautilus perhaps, some sort of, even maybe a top lane tank for themselves. But getting Trundle out of the way definitely means they're looking to run front to back team fights, because that is Trundle's biggest strength, is cracking those types of teams.
And a Rise ban, the single champion.
What do you think they'll pick then?
Sylas! Sylas, the highly prized, most prized champion in pro play this year. Immediately, the Sejuani that was taken off the table when you ban away the Trundle, they grab their own big tank. Immediately, they want Irelia here as well. And interestingly enough, wanting Irelia over the Akali.
All right, Phreak. For people watching the first game, I don't want to sound like a broken record.
Okay.
But we'll see if 100 Thieves can actually use the Sejuani Irelia together in the early game.
Yeah.
For all the reasons we stated in Champion Select in game
Sejuani
number
ganking
1.
an Irelia lane.
How they work so well off each other, setting up each other's stuns. You can get a 100% stun lock there. So we'll see if Amazing and Fake God are able to bring it together. Those are two of the members that have been put on this team to turn 100 Thieves season around.
Well, I hope they can start it soon. They are already more than half of the way through the first round robin, and it's a 0-5 start. Not a good mark. We have stats on 100 Thieves and how their season has been going. First one is they have the longest recorded loss streak in LCS history. So that's a bad start for them. This has been a very rough run of the roster. Also, they spend about 3/4 of every game significantly behind in gold. There's basically a break point where it's a major deficit where most teams don't come back. They are the second worst team at that across the entire year, across all leagues. It has been a rough start for 100 Thieves, but they're going to do the very best to turn that one back around, hoping that they can find their way in. Now, Sivir grabbed up for Apollo. Lucian now grabbed for Bang, hoping they can win through some aggression in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and definitely some powerful early game options for 100 Thieves across the map now. Let's see if they continue to focus and try and ban out a few early game mid lane matchups and get Ryu on another possible roaming mid laner. In game number 1 for Ryu, he was on Talia. He did not get very effective roams. They tried to go bottom twice in the early game with all 10 members in the entire game showing up. They were outfought in those roams, but I think this game could be a similar style of early game proactive moves. Sejuani plus Irelia is a very viable option. And then Lucian plus something like Braum or one of those supports can be a very strong duo lane that can hold its own as well.
Waiting to round it out. 100 Thieves do need magic damage somewhere in their lineup. Echo Fox at least have that part covered. Both squads have tanks. And a flexible solo laner. Always interesting to see when the draft ends up kind of lining up the champions. And sort of similar roles are now needed across these squads. Braum is banned away.
Yeah, I was going to say, Braum not only is it really good with Lucian for the stuns, but the Unbreakable is very good against Sivir. Yeah. You get to pop so much of her AoE damage and put a stop to it. So that was the expected ban coming through there. Good job by Echo Fox removing that possibility. What is it going to go with instead here for Aphromoo?
Ooh,
Bring
that would be exciting.
Thresh.
And Thresh does come in. Cheers from the audience. This is always going to be pretty exciting. Now, Nautilus was available. Some misreading bans somehow. It says, no, Thresh is actually ideal here. He can bring out champions who might have been too far in, can bring in Sejuani and make ganks happen a bit more easily, and certainly does have aggressive play available. And Hook might be matched with Hook as Hakuho hovers the Nautilus.
Yeah, and once again, Nautilus can play that front line with the Aftershock. However, Nautilus is also very punishable. The slow movement speed as well as the fairly slow skill animations, really well-played Thresh and well-timed plays can be difficult for Nautilus players to deal with.
Yeah, if you do it right, you completely stymie everything they want to do. And something to watch for, absolutely, as the Akali does come in, and we've got very aggressive solo laners here for the Echo Fox squad. Both Solo and Phoenix have done their fair share of being the reason their teams win over the course of their player histories, and they are certainly empowered here on Playmakers.
That's definitely true. We'll see where Rush goes on this Skarner. Not typically a super powerful early ganker, but you kind of just get their move speed, run at them, and force them into a bad spot. If you can land your E on the Skarner, then you can start to have some sort of impact in it. These solo laners, especially post level 6 for Echo Fox, could definitely take off. So definitely going to be around, keeping an eye on the junglers to see which one they choose to get ahead. Early pathing going to mean a lot.
Intrigued by where the Neeko ends up going. We can see those two swap back and forth. AP Neeko mid has become a bit more common as of late, so that's completely reasonable to put her there. You can see AP Neeko or on-hit Neeko top. Wait till 20 seconds to see the last swap come through, and we can guarantee our matchups.
I'd expect they stay where they are.
Yeah, seems like it.
Because the Neeko into Sylas is one of the nicer matchups, kind of like the harassment early on, extra wave control. We'll see if that wave control results in Ryu getting something accomplished here. You know, Ryu is one of the new guys that 100 Thieves are trying to fix something with, getting him back onto the stage. He had previously been a mid-lane position coach for the team for the entire duration when he was taken off the starting roster, and it's still been in the background, but jumping onto stage once again. Last time Talia, this time with the Neeko. We'll see if he can make that big impact 100 Thieves are looking for.
We'll see if it can happen right now. Both these teams have had long loss streaks, hoping to pick up a win here today. And they can certainly do it here as we load onto the Rift. Bang and Aphromoo and Lucian and Thresh, hoping to step up against one of the longest standing duos in Apollo and Hakuho. The consecutive streak has been broken, but total games together, Apollo and Hakuho probably still #1 in the league. And we are on to the Rift here.
All right, options for invades, fairly limited here. Looks like we just have some defensive wards popping up. One of the things you just see Amazing do here on the Sejuani, which I like for a lot of junglers. You can also do that in solo queue, is start off with your warding trinket, go place it immediately in a defensive position behind where you're gonna start, AKA the red buff right here. And then you recall and you go and get your sweeper for your first possible gank. Rush is going for the invade with his own sweeper though, and he's gonna counter this strategy, getting the early gold and experience. For his solo laners, wasn't on screen there, but he waited so that Phoenix could come get into range. Yep. You can have both of your solo laners plus your jungler all split ward gold, and it still is enough for them to get that earlier level 2.
Yep.
Doesn't change the entire game, but it's a nice little advantage for your one-on-one.
Yeah, 2 small observations. You mentioned the shared XP because Phoenix will get 6 off of the 6 or level 2 off the 6 minions here, and by letting Solo last hit it, it means the full 10 gold goes to both Solo and Rush for the extra gold income. Red buff leash coming through for Phreak. God lands the stun, a couple auto attacks, lets him basically do the rest of the work there without much issue. One last auto, down that goes. Rush, meanwhile, got help on his own top side of the map on Skarner. Flew to walls to all the AoE camps. But does have the single target damage of the machete for his opening build.
See, Aphromoo and Bang trying to push up, clear out the minion wave. Goes pretty much even though. Sivir sustaining a decent amount of damage in that trade. Everybody still has potions, everything available, but the early aggressive move by 100 Thieves.
They shove minions down. Third melee means level 2. They're getting it at pretty similar times, but temporarily the lead towards Fox. They said not enough space to go for the all-in there. And as 100 Thieves get their own level, there is no aggression just yet. If 100 Thieves weren't spamming abilities to knock that one down, though, you would have certainly seen Hakuho walk up and take a trade.
Also, notice that Amazing has gone for the top side clear here. Starting red, going down to Raptors and then Raptors up to the Krugs means you have a reverse clear of the red side, perfect for ganking top, and the Irelia Sejuani we've been craving, Phreak, might actually happen.
And Solo has burned Twilight Shroud, so no easy escapes. Looking for the stun is the Akali, finds the first bit, they've got a stun on top, and that's what it's supposed to look like. Optic take notes, the first kill in top lane.
I'm happy we finally got to see it in action. Thought I was going a little crazy there. Really good heads-up play from Amazing. But also, when you're facing a duo like that, for Solo's side, I think you need to use your early warding trinket. I see so many people, ever since the Scuttle Crab spawn was put to later, 3-something minutes into the game, they don't respect the 3-minute jungle ganks anymore. But Amazing makes it happen. Really good stun here, lined up against the wall by Fake God, by the way. Allows Amazing to get in. This is the CC train that we're talking about. You get to line it up. He stacked up the Sejuani passive before Sejuani was even in range for her own autos. They easily got to proc it off the end.
Now the one recompense is Rush saw this, realized which camps were taken, and ran into the bottom jungle, took away the blue buff, possibly another camp on top of it as well, as Amazing is stuck on just a Grump being available. That is the entirety of the jungle left for Amazing. He only got to take those few camps.
Yeah, I think that's a payment well worth it for the side of 100 Thieves. And already, I'd say this is their best early game yet, Phreak.
Yeah.
You're talking about earlier about their stats. They have pretty much never had a lead or a significant lead, as it was in their early game. Might turn around.
That's enough, Solo! Just take some back!
Well, that was
Solo kill in the top lane. Okay, impressive stuff, but now it's a fight in the bottom lane. We are battling today as Amazing racks one up. He's on the board for the ganks.
Yeah, Amazing. Once he clears out the Grump, as you said, there's no other camps for him left to go to, so you're kind of forced into a gank. You're like, do something. He gets out to the bottom side, and Bang and Aphromoo actually are able to set it up here. The kill credit goes over to Amazing himself, though, so that is more money into the Sejuani. Not exactly where they would want it. They would want to get the Lucian super far ahead. Bang's already up in CS, and they get to push that minion wave in and force out the teleport.
Rush taking another camp away, and even a ward on top of it, as Ryu puts one down, but now the squad's coming around.
Yeah.
2v1. Now Rush does have flash. No blast cone just yet, but
Scooting away. Can Fake God snag him with the stun and force a flash?
He's going to find some damage. He's going to find a fair bit there. There's the flash coming out of Ryu, and that's going to be the flash traded. That was what we were waiting for, was the flash for flash. Did come out. Reflexes on point for Rush. Out they go.
Meteos still hot on the trail here.
Yeah.
Here's another look at that solo kill. This is a level, even levels now. Okay, it's just low mana. He lands the stun. And Solo just recognized that he can go all in within the cloud. Look at the energy regeneration there.
Aggro as well. Fake God took a lot of minion shots there.
Yeah, Cannon minion was on him the whole time too.
I like that facial question. Like, this guy's serious. It looked like to me.
I feel like Solo's one of the best at playing to those reactions.
Yes.
He has really good reactions now, even for teammates. I like that we're getting more of the players hyped up and into facial expressions about the game. But that was him after getting ganked. Gets the answer.
So right back around. I just like this, that Solo will stop and clap while he's alive. Like, he's mid lane and be like, oh, that was a great kill bot lane. And like, come back at the cannon minion. I love it. Absolutely my favorite emotive player.
I know, typical BM lover Phreak, because you like to BM yourself in real life.
Oh, yeah. I get lots of stuff wrong. But we're here, and everything's looking pretty good. 100 Thieves still holding on to a slim gold lead. The jungle difference is pretty real XP-wise, but it's still 100 Thieves up in gold. Amazing has gotten himself into the lane. Someone, once again, now fighting the top side is Solo got a far better side of it. Gets those passes off every time, and even through the Negatron cloak is doing a lot to Fake God, who's already out of mana.
Yeah, I like how he's using the grasp too. Solo, Akali is actually a really good grasp user. Right. Because it's fairly easy to proc there, and he's getting it on cooldown. This is stacking up health for the game so far, is really going to mean a lot for the team fights. However, the CS, after that last push, Minion Wave was in a bad spot for him, and it did allow Fake God to get that extra little bit of CS lead.
Yep. 6 grasps triggered so far by Solo. He's actually healed more than the Conqueror has from Fake Gods, but has been so far the more effective Keystone, but it is more of a laning Keystone all the same.
Very close on that hook, by the way. If that lands, that is a gank. Rush is here, level 6 on Skarner, just waiting to use the ultimate.
Still battling back and forth. Bot lane is farm lead for Bang. Of course, the gank coming down obviously helps that a fair bit there, as Apollo had to then TP back into lane to stay afloat. That just gets pushed in. You know, 10 CS will get grabbed by Apollo without much issue. Goes through the mana pool, not a problem. And a reset comes in as there's lots of money in the inventory, and it will mean the chance at a Cutlass plus a bit more for the Lucian.
I have to say, this is the first time where we're really seeing some effect for 100 Thieves. Amazing, very active early on, ganking on the top side, ganking on the bottom side, getting the lanes going. As you kept pointing out, it came at a cost though. When you show yourself for these ganks, even if they're successful, Rush went in, he counter jungled 2 times, taking away a couple camps. So takes that extra ward for Amazing to hit level 6. Rush is now on the hunt, sees him.
Oh, there be a play. Not gonna ult him back over the wall, but that's now Sejuani ult stolen, but Phoenix taking a root and plenty of damage from Ryu. You mentioned the junglers. They're roughly equal in gold. That farm difference answered by the kills or vice versa. And Thieves overall winning in farm, again, mostly through bottom lane. Everyone else kind of tied up here. Coin Thresh doesn't have the last hit. Little Riptide from Hakuho keeps his CS going well, and blue to be claimed here by Ryu.
And off from Amazing, and again, still has the Sejuani ultimate and Skarner ultimate. These dueling level 6s, both very potent for ganks. Amazing's first to the bottom side in the control ward.
He's gonna spot Hakuho. Nope, goes over the wall instead. Doesn't want to take this fight after all.
They know,
mid-roam,
by the way, where Rush is because they just saw him go into the river. This control ward, seeing Phoenix and Rush hovering around. That's why Amazing pulled out of the possible gank on bottom side. If your mid laner and the enemy jungler are about to come down and your mid laner can't push up the wave to join, it would be a very bad situation. So another good kind of heads-up play here call. Let's see if this mid standoff happens.
Ooh, nice attempt, puts the ult down. Not gonna find that though, and really afraid of a possible flash impale from Rush. Puts the root down early and ults right away to get the shield. Didn't need it though, and now cooldown listens Ryu.
All right, I think Amazing did show on that ward. Went pretty far out towards the river. I don't know if it quite caught him. Fake God's gonna see that there was one there though. Oh,
and now getting baited out by that ward. He's gonna fight up against Rush, but it's 2-on-2. Here comes the battle. Quick ult comes in for Solo and actually dodged away from everything. There finds the stun. There's the impale on top. It's 1-0 for Echo Fox, and now Amazing forced to run. Has all his bonus stats chopped off. Gonna be stunned up. Gonna be a lot of damage here into him. Suddenly they've got Aphromoo though. He's gonna be safe now as well. Puts the flay in after the hook, and Rush has to flash away.
Yeah, but
no blast cone to stay alive. Afro's gonna run up. He's got the Mobies. He's gonna have a Lucian coming in as well, and bang! Answers back. 100 Thieves claim the kill as well.
Yeah, Rush, he flashes away, but it's still kind of into enemy territory, not into his own safety there, and he gives the counter kill back.
Rough stuff there. Overall, a 1-for-1 though, and the game remains pretty much the same in gold as it was a few moments ago. Ryu just shoves in the mid lane, and the supports split the blast cone.
All right. Mountain Drake, so I don't think they're going to risk too much going for it, but just trying to set up vision here in the river for these possible roams. When Bang and Aphromoo still retain control of the bottom side. The CS lead hasn't grown for them, though, as Apollo and Hakuho were able to clear that one out. Sivir is so good at just quickly annihilating those waves. And let's take another look. All right, this is exactly how it happened as far as the pro view from Solo's point of view. Dodges the ultimate there with the extra move speed very nicely. That didn't quite land, but it didn't really end up mattering because if it hits the Shroud, you can go back to the Shroud anyway. Then it's a little bit of an overchase there from Rush. He's the one who calls the go all in. Right here, I think if you flash towards Solo,
you probably just live.
It's safer. He was worried about the Thresh damage, and it's kind of natural for you to flash the maximum distance away from the Thresh that's close to you, but into enemy territory leaves you no way to path out.
Yeah, Sylas was closer to that top river. That would have been actually a pretty safe avenue to go. Is what it is. The kill was traded back. Echo Fox now looking at their next play, which is Rift Herald summoned up and taking some damage. Mountain Drake claimed a minute ago by 100 Thieves. Still a very close game between these teams, but it is Echo Fox slightly up in gold as recompense for that Drake. Now teleport's coming in. Looks like 100 Thieves want to stop this, but it's getting lower. It's nearly in smite range. As Phoenix now shows up as well, 3v2. Amazing though, does have smite, but no flash of the fight does go too well, but now outnumbered is Echo Fox. That's gonna be a great stun to land. Irelia over the top now as well. It looks very solid. 1-0 onto Solo. Now changing for the second. They're gonna find that 100 Thieves showing signs of life. Almost 1,000 gold ahead now against Echo Fox.
Yeah, and Amazing's gonna be able to protect this Rift Herald Eye, by the way. You're just trying to wait around until it goes back into the ground, basically nullifying that objective and securing the advantage for 100 Thieves, getting the kills off the back of that. They immediately get some gold for themselves. Just watching it, making sure that nobody comes around. There isn't anyone on the map as we can see, but they don't have vision of everyone from Echo Fox.
I like the sound effect.
It is a little bit ominous. Topside though, his top laner needs some help as Solo goes in.
Thank God is just gone again. The second solo kill for the man with the same name. Beautiful pickups right there. This is how Echo Fox are probably going to win is through this Akali, as Apollo is still catching up in farm.
And that is some unfortunate miscommunication from 100 Thieves with Amazing there. He hatches the Rift Herald Eye long enough, however, goes over the back of the pit and does not know that Fake God is in need of assistance. I think that is an easy call out for Fake God to make or something like that. You know, calls for some communication that he might need support. Solo's coming back and going for the all-in. Teleports to the top side once again. Maybe they write what happened, but there are wards around. Here's another look at the replay. It was a teleport in, so Fake God actually
takes a turret shot.
Did he?
He took one because he queued through all the minions and then just taking Qs into Qs into Qs, and he calls him over. You see Amazing is coming, but
yeah, but that was
he died so fast.
After he went over the back of the Baron pit, so he didn't have dash anymore, and that Solo's like, all right, I got him
again. Is this guy serious? Like, it's just solo kills where the guy's leading in the opening. Now Phoenix grabs the blue buff, has a farm lead in mid as well. As the team's gonna book it right out of there, but they got their heist. They got what they wanted. This 100 Thieves losing part of their own jungle.
All right. It's hard to keep track of this top lane. It keeps going back the other way. Ryu.
Oh, nice sidestep as well. Phoenix playing that nicely. This is Aftershock, so he lands the stun, and that means that Ryu doesn't have a trading pattern. And now Rush wants in. No flash, but Predator is up. Smite is available. Now Spot's Amazing. Doesn't go for that pull either, though. A bit tanky on that Sejuani, but Phoenix is now having his way with the mid lane. As the squad comes over, they're going to look for a bit more. Phoenix has a stun if he needs it. This turret going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, 4-member rotation here from Echo Fox. They get about 60% of it so far. 100 Thieves trying to wave clear, and they do defend for now. Rush looking for a possible dive, though. Phoenix keeping Ryu here, stopping the recall. They call off the play, though, as you see them rotate back towards bottom side. That turret is also very low on health.
Echo Fox about to open up these turrets. It looks like another trade comes in now. Fake God not going to land too much, but does get the ultimate, though. And Amazing's here as well. So Solo over the wall does have the ult, has to burn it to get away. And he'll stay alive, but losing a major cooldown is always going to hurt.
All right, no teleport for him as well, so he's going to have to walk all the way back. Maybe Fake God can push this in, get a little bit of time at the tower. In the meantime, though, Echo Fox on the bottom side get the first turret bonus for themselves. 100 Thieves trying to answer here, but it's a full health turret, and Solo didn't fully complete.
He's got the Shroud, puts it down in time. The stun's going to land, they find plenty of damage, and now it's about their re-aggression. TP comes in, though, and Apollo's have to push them off just the Shroud, and the TP enough to stay alive. And that means even the turret will live as well as Apollo grabs all the farm.
Yeah, I think they were going to go for a lane swap anyways since Apollo and Hakuho just got the bottom turret. So that didn't really cost them any resources. Teleport used on the top side for Apollo. He already wanted to get up there.
The one thing it does hurt, though, is he didn't get to recall. So 1,500 gold in inventory for the Sivir. Would have liked to have a BF sword. So that is a small recompense. I would still rather to get the kill and everything else. Don't get me wrong. I think it's still a solid for Fox, but technically could have been better, is all I'm going to say.
Maybe a little bit off on the timing.
Oh, speaking of off on the timing.
Not able to get that cannon minion with the Targons there. They do get the turret, though. Good rotation from Echo Fox. They start to chain the outer turrets with their duo. Solo also wave clearing bottom side will delay the destruction here.
Okay, so nothing falling. 100 Thieves only with the Mountain Drake and kills. No objectives as Echo Fox still pushing. They got 3 up here. They've got Rush to make sure there is nothing Fake God can do. And this turret's going to lose a lot of its health, likely to fall as Sivir keeps putting the auto attacks in. And That indeed is going to be 3 turrets to 0. Bot lane plus both in top, all pushed down by the Sivir. And even bot lane defended by Akali in the 1v2. A second Drake picked up, but an 18-minute Ocean Drake not as good as the one at 10.
Yeah, Solo really focusing on getting these minion waves down so that Aphromoo and Bane can't get right up to the turret. In the meantime, Amazing will get the Ocean Drake. So this is Dragon Control for 100 Thieves now. Ocean and Mountain, the best combination for taking Baron later in the game because you can sustain as well as do a little bit of extra damage to it. However, being down in gold for the mid-game teamfights and being down the safety of these outer turrets on both side lanes becomes very difficult to deal with the next 5 minutes or so because Echo Fox can move up and get a lot easier movements between these 2 side lanes.
Apollo now sent to the mid lane. This is pretty much by the book. Well, our bot laner has some farm. Let's keep doing stuff. And this is Echo Fox, who was losing the 2-1-2 early on. This was a very early gank by Amazing. Bang had like a 15 CS lead and an assist. And Son of Thieves unable to use that lead for much of anything. They've been bleeding out. Echo Fox actually winning through the bot lane. They got ganked, and that is a huge stun. That is a pull, and Apollo unable to spell shield in time. Just ripped to pieces the mid lane.
Yeah, that was a nice pick onto a Sivir that has flash.
Everything.
So, you know, spell shield and flash not able to save him there. Spell shield something super late there. I saw it at the very end, I think.
Yeah, you just mashed the button because you might as well, but it was, should have been for Sejuani, obviously.
In the end, though, really good pick for 100 Thieves. Now, maybe they can try and carve out some gold for themselves. On the top side, Ryu's stuck at the minion wave at the tower that was just killed. Teleports are available for him if they try and join, and Amazing will at least get a red buff for themselves.
As the Krugs go down, Amazing will steal one of those as well. As Solo simply farming on his side of the map, waiting for Irelia to push him in. Optimizing uptime, but they're leashed a bit too far. Outer turret does go down, though. Fake God finally puts 1 turret on the scoreboard. Trinity Force done. Still has the Negatron cloak, but hasn't saved him before. Amazing. Spots the ward. Drops that one down as well as 100 Thieves now are aggressing into the mid lane. Looking for the next play as it's going to be a stun out from Nautilus. No hook to follow, though, but the TPs are coming in. Still not going to land for the Irelia either, but it's a chase in. Rush wants in. Predator has been popped. Sweeps out the wards, puts that vision to shame, but not going to find any kills.
All right, they're also sending Neeko back up to the top side. And even though, once again, Ryu does have teleport, it's going to be Echo Fox putting the pressure onto this tower. Phoenix ults 1 chicken.
It's going to time out. Like, you might as well press the button. It's going to time out.
Better do something than nothing with it, I guess.
I think that's almost always correct, yeah. And now the blue buff leashes back in. Rush and Solo back where they were 5 minutes ago to steal this one away yet again. And this is Echo Fox with control. They are down in kills, but up in gold. And again, I don't actually value the Drakes they have all that much at this game state, so I do feel like Echo Fox are just via scoreboard winning right now.
And I think they do really have to worry about the Akali in the side lane here. Solo, because of those 2 kills he was able to get by himself versus Fake God, is a threatening side wave presence. Meanwhile, Sylas, the opposite side, is going to possibly face some Sejuani attention here.
Knocks on some of the minions. Not going to be hit. Able to walk up, put a trinket down, and feel safe. Protobelt Merc Treads has some escape tools. They're not amazing, but they might just do the job. Pretty much all the CC on the 100 Thieves side is Merc Treadsable. Pretty reasonable.
AKA reduced by tenacity.
Yes.
Which is everything besides knockups, suppression. Actually, that's on those too.
No, Merc doesn't work on suppression. Suppression works just fine. It's the QSS that stops that one. So, down goes into the control ward, and Echo Fox are back to mid lane. They have yet to crack that turret with Apollo. He's been able to push through the threat of Bang and Aphromoo, and a gank from Amazing made it even worse a while ago. Next Drake spawning in 40 seconds, and Echo Fox head back up to the mid lane.
All right, are they going to step forward in it? Sejuani ultimate is stolen. Akali not quite joining yet. All right, this is going to be it. Is this going to be the all mid Sejuani ult versus Sejuani ult.
They're gonna find a spell shield for Apollo. He's able to walk away, pop the ult, and now maybe the re-engage. As Solo is hooked but not killed, and now goes for the engage. That's Skarner pulling an Aphromoo. The suppression finds the first kill as Thresh goes down with a pop off over the top. Not gonna find anything through the Zhonya's hourglass. Instead, Akali re-engages. Zhonya's used now there as well. A low health Rush staying alive, looking for the right target. Huge damage from Ryu. He finds one, but he's traded back. A 2-for-1 so far in Echo Fox's favor. This time they do have control of mid. This time they will knock down that turret.
Yeah, that turret's gonna go down. Probably the Mountain Drake right after, too, for Echo Fox with the team fight victory here. There's no stopping them.
They're gonna save the demolish and go for tier 2 instead. They've got the time to do so, and this could be very big damage and amazing. In 1v4, he could be knocked down. Someone wants to go for the kill. They'll stay for the turret. Will they turn for the fight? A bit of damage coming in. 2 more autos need to be put in. They don't actually get the turret. They were a little greedy. That's a bit of a gold left on the table, but they will kill the minion wave regardless. And as you mentioned, Kobe, that Mountain Drake still available for them.
Amazing is on the chase, though. With Ryu having teleport, they might have 5 members of 100 Thieves with an answer.
This is a bit dangerous because Apollo's at
Teleport used.
60% health and no mana. This is 100 Thieves actually with map control. I think if Echo Fox fight, they lose the battle. But Apollo can TP back in. Hasn't turned it yet, though. And he's gonna go on. Oh, this is a dangerous TP. They know where he's coming from.
That could be Solo. It's the Akali Shroud.
Yeah, but they're still gonna find the stun into him. And they're gonna go for the fight right now. Redemption for Aphromoo buys a bit of space. And okay, Akali jumps, looks like over the wall, but that is still several escape cooldowns missing. Now it's time for the smite fight. Rush almost has Impale again to guarantee it. But they could go for the engage on him regardless. There comes the battle. That is the pickup, and now the engage with Sivir. Ulting into the front line, a big chunk of damage and a fake shot. Over the top goes Pop Blossom, big stun on Echo Fox. That is now the dive in. 2 already kills picked up for Echo Fox. They'll take the kills. Who needs the Drake? Looking at 3 and 4. They are completely crushing 100 Thieves in the team fights.
100 Thieves get the Mountain Dragon, but Echo Fox get the back-to-back team fight victories, and Baron will be theirs.
What a pickup. Across the map they go. The reset for Phoenix, he can walk right back up, and with the 4 members surviving, only Thresh alive. That is a guaranteed pickup. Echo Fox looking to go 2 and 4. They will be poised to take this game. Despite the Drakes going the 100 Thieves way, they did not mean enough when push came to shove. Solo in the top lane, several kills by himself. Turrets going down, and this team fight is all theirs.
Unless Aphromoo.
Good enough smite there for Rush. The pickup is in. 6,000 gold puts Echo Fox ahead.
All right, here's another look at that team fight. They do take down the Mountain Drake, but then look at this engage. Hakuho is able to find the route onto Irelia. Big ultimate comes through, and Ryu does get the AoE, but it's not enough. Solo sneaking in through the back, picks up the extra kill there. Phoenix snipes out the last one, and no member of Echo Fox loses their life. So Amazing knows that this game is going to be hard to recover after a loss like that.
It's going to be a tough one. They've got a lot of work to do because the fights have not been going their way. Stolen Irelia ult helped buy some space as Phoenix lobbed that one at the start of the fight, and they just cut their opponents up. Now, time for the split push. All 5 live, so Echo Fox have buffs on everyone. And we can see Akali splitting in the bot lane. Sylas splitting in the top. Now the engage, they're gonna find that stun. A lot of damage available. Do they have the burn down as Rush just tanky enough to live? And oh, this could be enough to kill Apollo. Stopwatch is used, but the damage is gonna be there. No tower dive just yet. They're finding some damage. They don't get that root though. Oh, but the hook's not gonna land. And over the top they go. It's 3 unanswered kills, but the answers aren't gonna be found now as they come back over the fight. 2 versus 4, and it's actually 2 kills picked up. Are you serious? A couple answered, and suddenly that dive was only a 1 for, +1.
Yeah, they're gonna get out with Ryu and crew, but as you said, it kind of puts a stop to any objectives you would want to get after the victory like that.
Yeah.
Taking that tower dive pretty far. 100 Thieves, though, you can tell the mentality this team has. It's so different from last split. Now, whenever they're behind, they immediately look for these hard engages, and it is a good one from Amazing. Under the tower, they're able to dive Apollo. This is the one that kind of baits the team. Amazing does get that stun, so then the little bump there actually knocked, I believe, just outside of the range of that root landing. Ryu follows it up with the ultimate, which is enough burst damage. They get that kill, but it allows the 2 solo laners of Echo Fox to come in and get kills of their own. Answering a couple here. Baron buff, though, taking off quite a few members of
Yeah.
Echo Fox.
And with shutdowns, it means the Baron power play. Like, they won the team fight, then took Baron, and even after the Baron gold, 60 gold separates the squad. So if they can wait out the rest of this 1 minute, it's like the end of that team fight no longer happened, and they're back to a little bit closer of a game. Maybe a few more of those things can happen. As you were saying, Kobe, 100 Thieves definitely looking more decisive with Ryu back in the lineup. Finding their ways to do something amazing. I think he's been a good performer as well. His ganks early game were great. I think he's been solid overall in the mid game and team fighting as well. It's up to the rest of the squad to hold up. See if they can fight back from 5,000 gold down for Echo Fox, find their second win. There's going to be a stun on the front line. Big damage onto Rush. He's going to flash away and stay just barely alive. Culling not going to land on it too much either. It's going to be a trade of several summoners and a very important ult down. But look at this, with Phoenix in the bot lane. An easy turret to claim. Jungler was able to withstand the pressure and flash to safety, and it means more objectives go to Echo Fox.
All right, everything outside of the base now has been destroyed. All that's left are the inhibitor turrets for Echo Fox to crack here.
Oh, that's a really important knockup for this ton. No follow through, the team's not around. It's not going to be a kill in a solo.
Yeah, Baron buff also timing out means it's going to be a reset here for Echo Fox. They're lying in wait for amazing.
Oh, they don't find the stun. He thought he would go left, but he went right.
Thought he would zig when he zagged.
Yes! Amazing, zagged correctly, and he stays alive. But it's still Echo Fox sitting in a brush. Brush this time is flashless. Sejuani ult though not up. That's a very big tool for these team fights. Only really reliable engage with the squad. Thieves knocking in a couple of wards though. Spotted out by the Skarner from all 5. It means the ward's gonna be swept and Echo Fox can once again claim this bottom river. Mid lane being cleared. Poke looking. Not finding it yet. Phoenix goes in for the little bit of damage. Push them off, lets them clear the wave. Turret stays alive. Infernal Drake alive. Baron in a minute and a half.
All right, Infernal Drake is going to be the objective that draws them in.
Once again, Echo Fox on the way down, on top of their own Skarner Spire. That's positive for them. And it's going to be a quick and clean pickup. No contest. They earned the map control. The river was theirs. 100 Thieves had to give that one away. Minion wave cleared out. 100 Thieves will fight for a bit of top river, but only a couple of wards can come down. Not too much of really excitement is going to happen. Quick Skarner Spire, but that won't mean too much. It's going to be back to neutral before the Baron spawns. Amazing can take a camp. A pretty weak consolation prize compared to a 30-minute Infernal Drake. Rush actually a level above his opponent right now.
Yeah, Echo Fox feeling pretty good about the situation after they're able to pick up the Infernal Drake and get their reset there. Just barely catching that Zhonya's.
Yep, 2-minute cooldown. That actually is relevant though. That is a Zhonya's that is down for the Baron fight. That can matter here, so keep track of that one. Yeah. But still, even with that on cooldown, it's a very large lead for Echo Fox. We expect them to win the fights.
Mistakes happen. Sometimes you have a potion or something that was previously in that spot, or a ward.
Yep.
And get the bindings a little bit confused.
You know, there's actually, if you use custom item sets on the League of Legends client, you can set your items to be in certain slots. So as soon as you buy Zhonya's, it goes to slot 2. Quick shout out for anyone who might want to do that at some point. You're welcome! Pro tips. And 4 people applauded that interaction.
It also helps, like, if you're talking about optimizations,
yeah,
it really does help in the early game.
Uh-oh.
Setting your custom shop. Here we go, though. Amazing.
Oh, that is a very clutch stun, and out goes Amazing. Flash only down.
Yeah, gonna have to burn that Sejuani flash. But yeah, it is a nice optimization to customize your shop so that the exact items you want are there. Fight it!
Again, the battle is in this time. The aggressive Sejuani over the top goes Pop. Blossom only finds a single stun. Now answered back in the rest over the top. It's 1 for 0, 100 Thieves. Look at the second they get it. Phreak God is on the board yet again. And Ryu taking some damage though. Suppressed by Skarner. Pulled around. Solo does find that kill. How good is the Echo Fox cleanup crew? The stun is going to be found on the Solo. Remember, his Zhonya's is down. They have the damage. They have the dive. The shutdown comes in. And Rush will fall as well. A 4-to-1 team fight. 100 Thieves look for their first win, and they can claw back from the gold.
It's happening! Phreak, are you kidding me? I couldn't believe it was going back in. They actually stayed in the bush. 100 Thieves keep looking for opportunities, and they find it at the Baron.
Oh, opportunity knocked. They open the door, and 100 Thieves say it's real. 1,500 gold now separates them from a gold lead.
I actually was without words here that they were just staying in that brush with all 5 members of 100 Thieves on their view, just running straight towards them, hard engaged, even without Sejuani on the front line. Huge ultimate there came out of Neeko. Ryu got, I think, 4 of them in the AoE, and then it's the chase down. Sejuani's stuns come through, hook from Aphromoo to clean up the second kill there. He lanterns it so Bane can come chase him down, and that is 100 Thieves back in the driver's seat.
Really, really big pickup for them, and now this is the opportunity. This is a 1,200 gold deficit and time to make it work. If you want to turn your season around, it is this comeback, 100 Thieves. The driver's seat is where you sit.
That's where I like to be, in control. Yep, right, driving down mid lane right now. They finally finish off this outer turret, and Baron buff means there's no stopping. Let's see if they rotate up to the Neeko. They can get all this extra standing gold that has been sitting here.
Yep, 100 Thieves hoping there's no breaks on this train right now. As they push in the top lane with Ryu, the rest of the team plays a bit more defensively, letting Neeko get that done. Pushing now towards tier 2, level 17 in this champion. Same for really almost all the solo laners, only Fake God 1 behind. And the team's gonna rotate through this wolf camp. Controller make sure that they are safe to do so without any vision. They fake it, and they go right back in the mid lane. You thought I was zigging, but we zagged. And the turret goes down. Tier 2 gone. They can go for the next one now is Aphro. Oh, he's gonna find the hook on a solo. Pretty good damage. Will just barely live, but that is now a low health bar Akali who cannot team fight, which means top lane tier 2 will drop, and it goes from 1 turret suddenly to 5. During the Baron buff. The power play, 4,000 gold, that standing money has been picked up like it's 1849.
And they're gonna get a reset after it as well. Rush!
And now that's a pickup, a stun, a lot of damage coming in, but now over the top goes Ryu. Gonna find a little bit there. Can they find the backline access though? As Phoenix comes right back in for the play. Redemption builds a bit of space, and now 100 Thieves will keep the battle going. They get the kill on a Phoenix 1-0. 100 Thieves are the largest gold lead of the entire split. They had it even before that kill came through. And now it's, again, just breaking records and breaking records. Looking now to keep going with the enemy mid laner dead. They can keep pushing. The inhibitor turret in their eyes. They're gonna knock that one down as well. And 100 Thieves up more than 2,000 gold for the first time all summer split. Look to knock down the inhibitor as well. Rush coming around there. This could be a fight. Will there be an opening? A nice hook, a little bit of space spot. The inhibitor not gonna drop though. Nice hook though. Here comes the TPs. This is a potential 5v4. The squad is going to join in. It will be an outnumbered fight on the 100 Thieves side as the squad is there. And they will get that first kill to Hakuho. He will drop for this one. And then now look at the back line, getting kill number 2. Getting the inhibitor after all. And there's still 15 seconds on Phoenix respawning, so it's 5v2 for now.
Bang's got teleport, he can finish it up too. 5 members of 100 Thieves looking to get their first victory!
And they might just do it as somehow EchoBox must defend 3 versus 5. Apollo barely alive, but the turrets are not, and neither is Rush. The turrets fall, the next is open, and it's gotta be a miracle defense. They're gonna try to shut down these kills as they keep going for more. The Nexus will fall, and 100 Thieves are on the board! The loss streak is over, and relief sets in. Finally won. Every journey starts with a single step, and Echo Fox was that stone.
Phreak the philosopher here, I like it, yeah.
Cute.
Eloquent as ever. 100 Thieves constantly looking for ways back into the game. Hard engaged with the Sejuani. You know, down for the large majority even in this one, and yet it finally pays off for them. Able to find the big win in the brush next to Baron. They take the Baron, push right through, and that is a huge boost to team morale.
Maybe this experiment that works out for you. This lineup from Echo Fox was a playoff team last split. The number 6 team, they racked up wins against the likes of TSM and Team Liquid, and 100 Thieves coming back to a new look. Bang joined the beginning of the year. Ryu's back in though. It's Fake God stepping in for Ssumday. And this time around, they do find themselves a win. They take down Echo Fox, and it was a fight It was a tough one. It was a comeback. It was not clean. It was not all that convincing, but at least they got the win. It's something to build off of.
It definitely is. You have to start somewhere. As you said, you have to take your first
Journeys
step.
start with one step. Unless it's on a boat, then it starts with like one row or a gust of wind. Regardless, it is a win for 100 Thieves, no matter what kind of locomotion they use. Let's send it down to Avli, who's ready for an interview with 100 Thieves jungler.
Thanks, guys. Amazing. Congratulations. First win for the team, and your first win since returning to the LCS. First thing I want to ask, as soon as you guys won, I saw you slowly get up and join the huddle. What was said? What was shared?
I mean, first of all, I kind of told my team that we have to welcome Echo Fox to the 1-5 club, you know? So that happened, but I'm just happy that we won because like the lid was somewhat off yesterday. We could have almost won yesterday, but today it had to be off. If we don't win today, there's no way to make the playoffs, to be fair. So it was just really important to get that W.
So then just to be straightforward and ask, why do you think it took 100 Thieves so long to find a win?
Oh, God. A lot of reasons. I think, like me, first week, obviously arriving like after flying from Europe to here and then having delays in the customs, whatever it is, made it a bit hard to win first week, and I was really exhausted. Second week, I think it became apparent that we have some synergy issues we have to work on. And then third week, honestly, like due to how Rio shot calls and how he communicates and how he roams too, it kind of put a band-aid on a lot of issues that we have right now, and we're still working on.
So then it sounds like having Ryu and Fate God is the good comp to continue with 100 Thieves, or do you enjoy it? From your perspective, I'm not asking you as a coach.
Both Max and Rio have their own strengths, so I'm happy to play with both. It's just that Rio has this veteran experience that kind of can put a band-aid on a lot of things, right? Just like I put a band-aid because I'm just screaming 24/7 and just tell my team, go, 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 even if I'm mechanically bad. So I'm putting band-aids too, and so is Rio.
I appreciate that. Well, I want to ask about you a little bit because this is the first time we get to talk to you. What really stood out to you about 100 Thieves? What made you want to join the team?
The brand and the people on it, because I knew probably from EU. I obviously knew Afro from events too, and I talked to him, I think, in San Jose 2015. And I kind of felt like he had a lot of similarities to Mithy, which is a player I really admire, right? Because we played together for such a long time. And I saw a lot of qualities in Afro too that kind of mirrored that. So I definitely wanted to play with them. And yeah, that's basically it.
And usually for each team, the goals are winning the split and then moving on to Worlds. But for you personally, where do you see opportunities for growth for yourself within this team?
I mean, Schalke kind of presented the opportunity for me to grow as a leader, right? I always had somewhat of a leader position, but in one of these, it's almost like building something from the ground up because they struggled last split like even more so than Schalke did when I arrived. So for me, it's just become, I think, a better person in terms of like leading other people and helping them out and finding a balance between like, my own play and being a leader.
Well, amazing. Thank you. And congratulations again on your win with 100 Thieves. And for everyone else, stick around because after this break, we're going to see Cloud9 take on TSM.